What is up, guys? It is TKO Smokey, your moto game test rider. Today, we're going to be talking about the future of Milestone games. What can they do to improve on their next games? Now, in my last video, we talked about what FELD Entertainment is doing and the contract that they have with them and why that's kind of holding the progress back. And if you haven't seen that video, I highly suggest you watch it. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. But on that note, let's get into today's topic. Now, we all know why a game needs assisted physics. It's so first-time moto gamers can get in and play and have fun right off the bat. That's why you need it. But honestly, most of the people that are buying these games are not first-time moto gamers. So why couldn't you do something where you could turn the assisted physics off, just have one advanced physics setting? The physics would be more like MX Sim or MX bikes, you know, something more advanced where you have more control of the bike, more control of the rider, where you can sit and stand. That way you could keep the diehard gamers happy, and you could also allow the first time moto gamers to still have fun. Just adding that small feature alone would get rid of so many complaints, especially the complaints with the skill gap. Secondly, I want to talk about track deformation. This might be one of the most requested features that Milestone gets, so I'm still not sure why they haven't added this to the game. They kind of hit on this in Mxgp 3, but we really haven't seen it since. We're on Supercross 4 right now, and at this point, we still don't have it. Do you guys realize Reflex came out 10, almost 11 years ago, and it had track deformation? Track deformation should have been implemented in every single motocross game since Reflex. It's a huge part of the sport. If you've ever ridden on a real motocross track with a lot of people, then you know the track changes every single lap. The ability to rail a rut or jump or skim through braking bumps is what creates that skill gap. You actually have to think about how you approach a section of the track when you have track deformation, just like in real life. We need track deformation, so Milestone, if you're listening, add this and you'll make so many people happy, I promise. Moving on, one thing Milestone could do to add more of a fun factor to the game is really simple. It's the track scaling and tricks. If you've played any of the official games by Milestone, then you know what I'm talking about, especially the Mxgp game. These games literally make hitting a huge uphill triple feel like you're 2 feet off the ground. It doesn't make sense. Players want time to throw cool whips, or if you add tricks, you'll have time to throw some cool knack-knacks or Superman seat grabs. It will really help the game. Honestly, I think if we stopped right there, most of us would be really happy. But Milestone, since you'll have all this extra time because you won't be under the iron fist of FELD Entertainment, you'll have time to develop your product just a little bit more. And with all of this extra time, you could add a few more features. You could maybe add a freestyle game mode, or while you're at it, maybe add a hill climb, or maybe update the gear that's the same every single game. And for God's sakes, please just keep your game updated. I'm tired of these games being released and bugs and glitches for a freaking year. I mean, I'm still playing Supercross 3 with glitches that have been around since the game was first released. It doesn't make sense. The moral of the story is punch fear in the face, Milestone. You get what you put in. People see you're actually listening and putting in the effort to improve your product, then you're gonna have a game that has longevity. You'll have a game people can come back 10 years later and play. If any of you guys have any thoughts or ideas Milestone could implement for their future games, let us know in the comments. And until the next video, guys, Smokey out.